Welcome to Power User with Crash Long Johns. That's me. In this episode, we are going to be using Automate to take a site page in your SharePoint collection and copy that and move that over to a whole new site collection SharePoint site pages. Now, instance of this might be, hey, I created a site collection, had site pages, but I want one site page from this site collection, but I'd like to have it in the other site collection. Well, in the past, or what you've been able to do previously is either, hey, I could PowerShell that, maybe ShareGate it, but just being able to copy it, you might have to just build it even by hand. Well, the nice thing is now we're going to use this Automate, so that way you can just copy over and move it from, not move it, but just, again, copy to that other site collection. With that said, let's get started and jump over the computer. Now that we're at the computer, you'll see that we have, again, we're in our pages here, in our site contents for the Crash Long Johns communication site. And what we want to be able to do is take one of these site pages. We want to be able to copy that. Let's move that over to another whole site collection. This is like Crash Long Johns team versus the Crash Long Johns com site. So let's see this in action. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my copy page, which is then going to go ahead and get an Automate up and running. Now the destination URL site, we're going to go ahead and grab our destination, which is going to be this site right here. That's where I want it to go. We're going to go back over here. We're going to put in our destination site. That's where we want it to go. We're going to run. Now that's done, let's go back to our team. We go ahead and refresh this. You'll see right there it is. Hasn't been published yet, so once it's added, you do need to go ahead and publish it if you want to go ahead and put it into action, or basically you can go into the page and do any extra tweaking that you need to do before you publish it. But there it is. So that's kind of what we're going to build today and show. So let's go ahead and go to Automate. Now we're in Automate. We're going to do new flow. Right now, I'm not going to pick anything. We're just going to go ahead and do skip. That's going to open this up. Let's go ahead and give it a quick, better name here. So we're going to title it here. We're going to do CAT2 Automate copy SharePoint page. For our trigger, we're going to look for a selected file. Right here, we're going to pick the SharePoint one for a selected file. We're going to go ahead and get our site address. In this case, it's Crash Long Johns team. Now our library name, we're going to need to do an enter custom value because, as you see, we don't have site pages available. So we're going to do enter custom value. Now we're going to go to our Crash Long Johns team, the site collection that we're trying to build this on. We're going to go ahead and go into the library settings, or library settings. And in our URL here, in the list equals, and we got the %7b all the way to the %7d. We're going to go right after the 7b as in boy. We're going to grab all the way that to the %sign. We're going to go ahead and copy that. We're going to go back to our Automate. We're going to go ahead and paste that in. We're going to do add an input. We're going to do a text input. Our input is going to be destination. And then we're going to please enter site URL. That's it for that step. So we're going to do a new step. We're going to sit here and get file properties. And we're going to do the get file properties, not the properties only, just the get file properties. We're going to pick our site address again, Crash Long Johns team. Our library, we're going to enter custom value. This time we can just type site pages. And the ID is going to be for selected file ID. From here, we're going to do new step. And then we're going to do a copy file. get our copy file SharePoint one. Our current one is again our Crash Long John's team. The file to copy over here, we're going to get some dynamics. So we're going to pick our get files identifier. For destination site, we are going to enter custom value, and we're going to look for that destination. For our destination folder, we're going to do / site pages, all one word. And then if another file is already there, we're going to copy with a new name. And then we're going to go ahead and save this. Now that's saved. Now we're going to go back to our team site. Here's our Crash Long John's team. Now we're going to kind of add that little extra that you saw over here with this copy page. So we're going to go ahead and do add a column, and we're just going to do a text column. We're going to give it a name of copy page. Go ahead and save that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of this over a little bit. We're going to go into the column settings, and we're going to format this column. We're going to go advanced mode because we're going to do some JSON schema here. And I'll supply this. And so what we're going to do is let's go back over here, and we are going to nab this from our other one. We're going to go ahead and grab all that, copy that. We're going to go back over here. We're going to go ahead and paste that in. Now, one thing that we need to update is for the customRowAction, executeFlow, actionParams, we actually need to get the ID of the actual automate that we're running. So if we go back to our automate over here, you'll see we're going to go back a little bit. We already saved this. And right here where we got our flows, we're going to flows, and then the forward, we're going to grab this ID right there. That's the one we need. So we're going to copy that. We're going to go over here and we're going to insert the new one. There we go. Now, next thing we want to do is back to our automate. We want to go ahead and do and edit the run users only. We're going to go ahead and edit this. We're going to go over to SharePoint. We're going to pick the site, which is our Crash Long John's team, and the library site pages, and we're going to go ahead and add that. Now that's added, and we're going to go ahead and save it. Now that way folks can actually click our copy button to be able to run the automate. We're going to go ahead and preview. There it is. We're going to go ahead and save that. Close that out. So now let's reverse it. So let's say we want to take this creating a test page, make sure we have everything on so we can go ahead and run that. That'll run. So let's say we want to take now from Crash Long John's team, this creating a test page, and we want to move it over to our actual Crash Long John's. Now remember, we already have one. We'll see, we'll have this run. So we want our destination site. We want this. We're going to grab that. We're going to go over here and let's go ahead and click our copy page. First time we're going to do this, it's going to actually sign in and everything. So I might have to click continue. All right. We're going to paste that in, run our automate. There it ran. Let's go and make sure we got our run done. It's running. It's still running. And succeeded. All right. So let's go back over to, there it is. So Crash Long John's, there's creating a test page and one. It made the copy, added a one behind it, and there it is. So we've just now been able to take an automate and take any page in that automate to be able to sit there and copy that page. You can copy the page in the same actual site collection. So you could actually push this copy to the same site collection. Other way, you know, you can click and say copy to, and it will just copy. but you can also use that automate to do the same thing, pasting in the site destination. But it makes it nice to move something from your one page to the other. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time, keep learning.